Hello everyone, and welcome to the third module of How to Start a Startup. Let me recap the first two modules. So the first module was all about how you can shortlist an idea. And in second module, we discussed how you can pick up and write idea. If you missed out these sessions, I have kept the link in the description. Please go and check it out. So in this module, we'll discuss how you can go about finding your co-founder and a founding team member. Let's begin. So everyone, before I deep dive into this module, firstly, let's understand whether a co-founder is needed or you can go solo as well. So here I'll discuss the 3 point of views. So the first is investor point of view, second my personal, and third what research says. So if I consider the investor point of view, then they'll always emphasize that you need a co-founder, basically someone who complements your skill. That's what they'll say. If I talk about my personal point of view, I would say having a co-founder means you can get bit help and supported during the tough time. But research says something else. A study on a success rate of a startup conducted in the US suggests 45% of the company which raises more than $10 million have a solo founder. 32% of the company have 2 founders, 17 have 3 founders, the rest percent of the company have more than 3 founders. What does that mean? Research says the more number of companies are succeeding which has a solo founder. So this is all about what investor says, my personal point of view, and what research says. But you all know that each time we discuss our own framework, and that framework will tell you whether you need a co-founder or not. So now let me quickly deep dive into the module. So the first thing which we are going to discuss is how you can assess if you need a co-founder or not. So here I've considered 2 terms. So the first one is the core skill, second is the control freak. Let's quickly understand what's the meaning. Core skill means the skill required for the startup even to exist. For example, if you're a market agency, then marketing is a core skill here. Second term is the control freak, everyone. Many people take this as a negative term, but it's not. So control freak means here, you are a person or you are a founder who like giving a proper direction to the team and you want things to be executed as it is. If you are like this, then you are a control freak. Second scenario is, you are a founder or you are a person who like throwing open-ended question to the team and you want them to come up with a solution. If you are like this, then you are not a control freak. That's all, simple. There is nothing wrong being in control freak. So now, based on these 2 factors, I created here, the 4 quadrants are there. So these quadrants will tell you whether you need a co-founder or not. Very straightforward. So the first quadrant says, you do not have a core skill, you are not a control freak person. Then you can have a co-founder with a different skill. Second scenario is, you do not have a core skill and you are a control freak. Then you should never hire direct a co-founder. Rather, you should hire someone senior and prepare them to become co-founder or train them to become a co-founder. Third scenario, you have a core skill and you are a control freak as well. Then you should never consider hiring or considering anyone as a co-founder. Why? I'll explain it to you later on. Next is you have a core skill and you are not a control freak. Here you can certainly have a co-founder with a different, I could say, mindset than yours. That's what I'll recommend it. So everyone, so far you got an idea how to assess whether you need a co-founder or not. So now let's assume that you have already decided that you need a co-founder after assessing that. So now what needs to be done to find the best co-founder? That's what we are going to discuss in the next slide. So always remember, finding a best co-founder becomes easy if you are aware what kind of skills your co-founder have, their ideas, what kind of ideas they generate, they come up with, it's a similar or different, and their value system. Means, do they believe or think in the same way you do or not? So these 3 things you should or you have to know about your co-founder to assess them better. So based on these 3 factors, everyone, skill, idea, and values, I have created 8 use cases. And this 8 use cases, everyone, what kind of co-founder you needed and which one is the best match for you. So I'll take a first scenario. First scenario says you're having a conversation with, let's assume, one person, which you're planning to make him or her a co-founder. And you found that that individual have a same skill than yours and have a similar ideas also. The way you come up with idea, that person also is coming up with the similar ideas and have a same value system. So if you found a person in this scenario or in this use case, then the outcome will be slow execution. Why? Because the skills and ideas are matching. So until other individuals or other person won't think little differently or won't have a different skill, then the execution won't happen at a certain speed. So if you end up hiring this individual as a co-founder, then you always get slow execution. Next, let's assume you're having a conversation with an individual and that individual have same skill than yours, same ideas than yours, and value system is different. That's the worst thing. Here, massive friction will happen in long term, guys, because the value system is not same. The things which you value the most, that individual doesn't value, and that always brings an argument and fights, guys, and you won't survive for the long term. Next one is the individuals to whom you're having a conversation or planning to make a co-founder have a same skill, different idea, and same value system. So here it will be medium execution. Medium, you cannot expect that the company to grow exponentially here. It will grow, but not with that speed because the skill sets are matching. Next one is same skill set, different ideas, different value system. Again, medium-term problem or friction. So what I'm trying to say here, any co-founder who has a different value system will always lead to the medium or a long-term friction, guys. So do not ever consider anyone as a co-founder if they have a different value system. Next one is the individual have a different skills, same idea, same value system. Here you will again get medium growth. Why? Because the individual have same idea than yours. But I will recommend, even if you get this kind of co-founders, it's okay in the starting. Next one is different skills, same ideas, different value system. Again, medium-term problem or a friction. Any place where the value system is different, you should never consider that individual becoming a co-founder. The next one, which is the best one, everyone, that's the different skill, different ideas, and the same value system. If you get this, then consider it's the best spot, guys. This is the best person you can make a co-founder. Because you need a co-founder who is having a different skills so that he will focus on his expertise, different ideas, he come up with a more creative ideas and a same value system. Then there are lesser chances that there will be any kind of argument in the future, and that will give you the maximum growth over time. I wanted to highlight. The worst scenario is different skill, different ideas, and different value system. It's the worst. Why? Because in the starting it feels, yeah, that's great. This person has different skills. This person come up with a different crazy ideas. That's awesome. But if you don't able to understand the value systems are not same, and if you ignore the value system in the starting, then it will be a long-term friction, guys. Any of the companies you see which has grown really rapidly and at the top it got collapsed or the founders got separated, those all things happen only because they fall into the last scenario. So I hope you all clear. So you should ensure that you should never ever fall into the last scenario, guys. So everyone, I think from this use case, you will certainly be able to find it out, the best co-founder which you're looking for. Ensure that you have to give enough time, guys. You should never rush it, finding the co-founder. Ensure that you consider all the factors before you pick up the co-founder, because co-founder will be the person where you shall be investing maximum of your time, every day, because in the starting stage of the startup, you know that you have to spend more than sometimes 15 to 18 hours in a day, and the co-founder will be always around you. And if the value system is not matching, then certainly it will lead to the huge problem or a friction. So it's very, very important that before you shortlist or select the co-founder, you should consider these use cases so that you can find the best one. So everyone, this is all about the first half of the third module. I hope you all would have enjoyed it. And in the next half, we'll discuss how you can build the founding team and a couple of best hiring practices. And also guys, if you like this video, please do not forget to subscribe our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on the next session. And as you all aware, after each module, we keep a separate Q&A session. So please put your questions in the comment section. So thank you everyone. Thank you.